Alright, we are going to continue our Pillars of Eternity playthrough tonight. We have a quest to go to Raedric's Hold and defeat Raedric again, so we're gonna do that. I think this time I'll just use the front door and kill whoever I need to. I tried to be lenient with the soldiers guarding him. You know, they're just doing their job the first time around. Second time around, they let him come back. I think they all have to die. Alright. So we're gonna just take a look at the quest before we go too much further. Return to Raedric's Hold and find your challenger.
Sure.
As you approach the smiling woman at the side of the road, you are struck with a sense of unease. At this distance, you can see that her skin has a sickly pallid sheen to it, and her eyes are the glassy milk white of a cadaver. Her expression sits oddly on her face, as if it requires great effort to maintain.
Greetings.
Lord Raedric has been expecting you, the woman smiles a little wider. It is good that you have not refused his challenge. He feared you might prove a coward in the end. I will escort you to him if you wish. What are you? A loyal servant granted a boon for her good service. Like my lord, I will persist beyond the cycle, and walk an eternity upon the earth. Seek answers from him directly if you want them. Yes, take me to him. Come then, he waits for you there. She points up towards the topmost tower of the keep and leads the way over the drawbridge. Okay, so I don't have to fight my way through the keep. He waits for me upon the tower. Okay. Lord Raedric VII. An armored figure strides forward. In place of its eyes, great flames burn, emanating heat and light. In that orange glow, you can see that the face beneath has succumbed to rot, the cheeks sunken, the lips pulled back over gray gums, and decaying teeth. But it is unmistakably Raedric who stands before you.
Look well. See what you have made of me. But see, too, what great Bereth has permitted. I am returned, mind and soul, so that I might be avenged upon my enemies.
I've come to meet your challenge, Raedric. And I am glad for it. I have sent servants forth to observe your progress. I feared your soft heart might falter, but you have proven your valor in this at least.
I have strangled the life from the usurper Kolsh with my own hands. So fell your champion, your great hope.
Was that creature to be your Thane? A man without resolve, without aim? A leech growing fat upon the veil? Senseless to the ravages of his vanity inflicted upon his people. Almost sounds as bad as the alternative. Exactly, he wasn't quite as bad as Raedric.
I will not allow my lands to fall into ruin. I will cleanse the scattered god's poison from the blood of my people. I will scour his name from the Dyrwood. Bereth has blessed me with its favor, and I will be its sword. There will be no more mercy for the heretic, the thief, the charlatan. All will meet with death.
You're going to waste your second chance at life fighting me again? I have been brought back to exact Bereth's vengeance upon the mortal world. This is no waste. Know that I will cleave your head from your shoulders, wretch, and send you cleanly from this world. May the next life provide you with more wisdom than you've shown in this one. Okay, so everybody attack him initially. Vampire. So just some vampires, so let's have him attack him. attack him as well. Can attack him. Can attack him.
Lavaru,
I see him running around.
What? The angry one is dead. Something? Lavaru, beyond seek! Let's go! This isn't good. Stuff they got. We've got your back. Hey. Arthur.
Ready.
Quest completed. The Champion of Barroth. Hey, Tipsy. Thank you for the auto host, man. Welcome, people from Tipsy's stream. I am Pons Eric, and I am playing Pillars of Eternity. Let's see. We need to assign somebody to that quest. The famous and wealthy Ratai scholar Amaya has been compiling a massive codex of Eora's varied legends over her long life, pulling from Amao sources as well as from Aedir, Old Valia, and Ixmital Plains, and Nasati. The work is truly gargantuan, spanning thousands of pages. While she has had scribes busy for the last 2 decades copying her current body of work, a few folk tales have remained out of her reach. She has attempted to contact the Elder Glomfallen of the White That Wends, arrange a special meeting with the Aedir in Scutheria, and sit among the most revered Rao of Erglonfoth. In all attempts, she has been unsuccessful due to various threats that stand in her way. These last subjects will be the final chapter of her life's work, and she is seeking experienced adventurers to assist her. No problem, I'm an experienced adventurer. So let's see. Nothing, unique heavy armor.
Right.
Quest is completed. Alright, let's take a look at that. Actually, we need to get some room on Aedir. There we go, at least he has a couple spots now. I want to make sure everybody has at least 2 spots. I think the only one who wears heavy armor is Eder. Well, he might wear... No, he's medium as well. Okay, so we need 2 spots free on everybody. There we go. Now let's see what he's wearing versus what this is. See what happens if we enchant it. Yeah, that's a good upgrade. Alright, let's level up Durance. Spell Mastery. Circle of Protection's a good one. Let's go with that. Alright, so it looks like we're done here. I have my victory. I am the champion. How's it been going, Tipsy? Been doing good, man? Oh, that's cool. It's nice to get away sometimes. Everybody needs a break from time to time. Even from just, you know, whether it's work or your daily routine, or just got to break up the monotony of life with a nice little break with the family. Okay, so how do I get out of here? What's the best way? Probably to the kitchens. Bad part about being escorted to the top is now I don't remember the way out. Oh, this is probably it. So the kitchens were the way to go. Alright. So let's see, we have... So I'm looking for some stone... A stone dwarf and elven woman. Okay, so I have to go to the Golden Grove. Golden Grove is in Elm's Reach, so let's head there. 2 days of travel time, because they're just far away. We're working on cleaning up side quests, tasks, then we'll work on the DLC before we actually, beat the game. Yeah, gotta be as thorough as humanly possible. Okay, let me look at that quest again. Hyovate Arona. Oh, I went to the wrong place, didn't I? Yes, I did. I need to go to Elmshore. Is that a Legend of Zelda reference? That is a Legend of Zelda reference. I do know that reference. Elmshore. There we are. Yeah, the little claws that come down from the sky and grab you and lift you up and put you back at the beginning of the dungeon. Yeah, exactly. We speak retro. Okay, so I'm looking for Hyovate Adra, or Hyovate, whatever her name is. I'll know her when I see her. Don't know where she is in this zone, but she's got to be somewhere. Probably on that seal. How'd I know? An elf stands on a dais in the middle of a clearing. The dais in the middle of a clearing. The ground is blanketed with leaves in various shades of russet and gold. Her eyes are closed and her arms folded in front of her. A curtain of autumnal yellow hair hangs in front of her face. As you draw near, she lifts her chin and looks at you with shifting hazel eyes.
Greetings, Estremor. You are among the Ovates of the Golden Grove.
My main character? No, it is not Mary Poppins. He is an Amoa Paladin. You are among the Ovates of the Golden Grove. Bareth has sent me to end your life. It has continued for too long.
And counted on your silent acceptance of such commands, no doubt. What is a god that his voice should carry so far? And what are you that you should so eagerly obey?
Yeah, he actually, that's a good reference. He actually does look like Yondu.
And you would cede matters of life and death to them.
Are you any different? You've extended your life beyond its natural span. Through work and wisdom, the greater the tree, the more fruit it may yield. She nods at the Ovates gathered in the clearing. They are vines climbing an ancient elm into the sunlight. My growth sustains them. Should our harmony fall prey to a god's jealousy? Hey, we all know, we know the same references, Tipsy. We know the same jokes and the same little allusions. Yep, it's Great minds think alike. As they say, the well of knowledge grows deeper by the season. Kana's voice is low and thoughtful, and we owe our elders respect. But if we're keeping to this metaphor, I think the gods make for older trees still. Resolve 15. Your growth stunts theirs. They learn nothing apart from you. If this is what you demand of the other Ovates, you're no different from the Ethnic Null, or the gods. A storm of protest brews behind her color-shifting eyes. She says nothing for several seconds, but you see the fury slowly drain from her face as her eyes fade to the brown of dead leaves. Finally, Arona lowers her head. Your words carry truth and shame. It was never my desire to diminish my followers, but I could see where perhaps my roots left no room for them to grow. Very well, if my season is ended, then let me pass with it. As she closes her eyes, the warmth and color drains from her body. Her breathing slows, her ashen skin stiffening with a dull patina. When the last sigh that leaves her lungs, cracks carve their way across her flesh, dividing it into hardened ridges. Within seconds, Arona is petrified, her bark-encrusted face turned towards the Ovates below the dais. Alright, so that's part of that quest done. The other part is the dwarf in the blood sacrificial chambers. So we leave. Let me read about the dwarf. An ageless face, and he renews himself with the blood of others. The Ethnic Null. That's definitely the guy in the, I don't remember the name of the place, but I know where it's located. Have to go to Twin Elms. It would take a lot more work for somebody to talk me into killing myself. Well, yeah, most days. It's in Elms Reach, I believe. But it's pretty easy in role-playing games. Just a couple words, a little reinforcement and prodding, and boom, dead. Okay, it's the Blood Sands. That's the name of the place. I don't need to use a campfire quite yet. His health is halfway, but that's good enough for multiple fights. And we'll save our game just to make sure nothing bad happens. It's been a bit. 25 minutes since I saved my game. Oh, since Raedric's hold. Yeah, okay, so it has been 25 minutes. So this, it's probably this guy, because there's the same crest right there. The same stone circle. Just in case I do have to fight these guys, let's put the ranged
Following your lead.
over here. Him over here.
Need something?
Him with him.
Hey.
and spread these guys out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey. Yeah.
If you come to give of yourself a Moa, you may seek out any of our order within the sacrificial chambers. I could swear that was him.
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of the others. Could be this guy too. He's like the main sacrificer. Yep, it's him, okay. Bareth believes it's time you paid your dues. Reston grunts. Then he could descend from his mighty pantheon and tell me himself. You know what? He kills a lot of people, so I'm just gonna kill him. Actually, that's why I'm...
Since when do the gods send mortals to collect? You're much too talkative to be the usher. This is the trouble with deities. They meddle in a world that they don't even inhabit. I hope they've promised you something better for your next life.
Oh shit, they're all aggro now.
Shadow!
I have. Let's go. Huh? Let's.
Yeah, well, I don't like being forced to kill people. But these guys are kind of, even though it's their belief system, these Druid Erglonfoth people, it's still kind of an asshole belief system, so I'm good. I'm kind of okay with killing these sacrifice guys. Hell, they've killed plenty in their time. I'm just returning the favor, basically.
Sure.
One-handed saber. Let's give it to him to take a look at. So, let's see. He uses two-hand weapons. Actually, let's look at his first. Purgatory. 8 to 27 slash damage. Actually, that's a perfect tanking weapon. It restores endurance. And he's my main tank, so let's do Shocking Lance and let's do Vessel. So we're gonna replace the Cat's Claw. The only other person that might use a one-handed sword is him. But let me see what kind of weapon specializations he has learned. Hatchet, spear, quarterstaff, hunting bow, unarmed. Hatchet and spear. Okay, so we'll just kind of throw that in the old stash. Yeah, this game has very good music. The music that plays in the Stronghold, Caed Nua, sounds just like it was ripped from Lord of the Rings soundtrack from the movies. I really love that music. It's really good. Oh, more enemies. Okay. Just gonna have to fight our way out. Turn into a bear or Stalgar is gonna save you, dude. You're one man against an army. Kill them all. Let their god sort them out.
Let's go. Let's go.
Surprised how little of a challenge these guys are being. Okay, where are you if you're casting spells? You over here? A keeper, but where? This way? Where am I missing the keeper at? There he is.
Lava beyond seek.
Okay, so now we can head this way. I spotted somebody. They're just gonna make me clean out the whole place, I guess. That neck's not too bad. Let's take a look at that. Neck item. Replaces this slot. It's not better than what I'm currently having my character, so to the stash it goes. Okay, can we please escape without any more fighting? I don't want to have to completely wipe out the entire species. Yeah, it's like Eddar's natural inclination is to be spec'd as tank. At first, I was speccing my main character, my paladin, as a tank. Well, not a tank. I was gearing him towards it with a big, heavy shield. But I'm like, on what occasion do I actually need 2 tanks? Never. So I finally started gearing him both gear and spec-wise towards two-handed combat. Because, you know, in this game, there's just not been any occasion where I needed 2 tanks. Okay, so might as well turn this quest in, get Bareth's approval. Alright, which one is Bareth? This one, I think. No, that's Hylia. That's to Bareth. As you pray to Bareth, you again find yourself on the road. Squinting into the distance, you see a short, pale figure waiting for you. At first, you think it's another vision of Archduke Reston, but then you notice the figure's skeletal frame and rictus grin. He stands in front of another skull gate, but the way leads down, not onward. He beckons for you to approach. The usher, gatekeeper at the shroud. Not here for us, I hope. I'm not done just yet. Behind you is a woman, her skin milk pale against her black hair. She wears a suit of armor so dark it seems to suck the light from the stars. The road winds up a mountain behind her.
A toll, traveler.
And here's the Pallid Knight. That toll will grow steeper with time. Kinda gives a nervous chuckle. Pay the Pallid Knight. You drop a few coppers into her hand and she closes her fist around the coins. You instantly feel a small weight added to your purpose. The Lord of this road demands a toll of all, but he lends generously, that all might travel his road again. Behind her, the usher grins his lipless smile and waits. The road bores into the mountain, and you find yourself in a gigantic cavern. The ceiling curves up and away, and it's dotted with moisture. At this distance, the shining beads look like stars, clustered and scattered in constellations. The usher and the Pallid Knight lead you up a trail carved into the edge of the cavern. 2 identical cave mouths wait up ahead, and you follow the usher to one of them. Standing at the edge and gazing down, you see an endless, ever-changing plain bisected by a road. Only then do you realize that you're no longer on the road. As you follow the road to the point where it disappears below you, you realize that you're standing in one of the eye sockets of a massive skull. The usher points to the road. Archduke Reston appears below you. He's just as you remembered him, stern and smooth-skinned. Yet with each step along the road he grows, swelling with blood and essence. His heavy steps become slower and slower until he stops altogether. His distended body fills the path completely.
You met a dwarf traveling this road. What did you do?
He lived on the blood of others. I saw justice done.
There is no justice in the tides that move the seas, nor in the seasons that nurture and slay all growing things. There is no morality in the forces that move the world. They are inevitable, products of their own self-perpetuating motion.
As Reston's swollen body ruptures, the effect is like a dam bursting. Ghostly figures, as hazy and indistinct as wisps of smoke, continue along the cleared path. Some tumble and rush along while others amble and drift, but all continue forward. The usher directs your attention to another figure moving down the path. Yeah, it's a pretty cool game. Kind of interfacing with the gods. This time you see Hyove Arona. As she follows the road, her movements become slow and erratic. Her legs creak with each step, and her feet grow long, thick roots that burrow into the ground. She finally stops, rooted in place. I'm having to interact with the gods.
You found a tree that had lived for centuries. Its roots were deep, and its boughs sheltered many.
Why
did you cut it down?
I'm having to converse with the gods and get their approval so I could survive the passage to the final dungeon slash endgame encounter without the god's approval, which I've already received from a different god, but for completionist sake, I'm going through all the gods and trying to get their approval. I failed one because I didn't do something correctly, but all the others I've gotten approval on. It was a parasite. While its branches sheltered others, its roots sucked them dry.
All draw their life's energy from the deaths of others. This is why all must remain part of the cycle of death and rebirth. No creature may be a closed loop unto itself.
Yeah, I love the Baldur's Gate series and the Icewind Dale series, and this fits right in. It's just as good. I would say Pillars of Eternity is closer to Baldur's Gate, because Baldur's Gate had a lot of story and questing and stuff. Icewind Dale series was more oriented about the combat and less about the story. I actually preferred Icewind Dale series to Baldur's Gate. But yeah, I'd put this up there with Baldur's Gate. It's really good. Arona's body petrifies below, and the shimmering leaves of her hair blow down the path. You seek another who has lived his lives on the brink of the cycle. He sits on the inside of the wheel, observing its revolutions. With each life, he is plucked from the stream and returned to it intact. Why do you hunt Theos? Number 1. Theos has entrapped thousands of souls for Woedica. I've got to stop him from giving her absolute power.
If you know this much, then another god has already spoken with you, and given you half of the answer.
Theos serves Woedica. She desires an escape from her own cycle. Power without decline. Theos has removed thousands of souls from the cycle so that their essence might empower her. The black depths of her eyes threaten to swallow you. You must stop him, and you must return them to the cycle. Why does Woedica even need Theos' help, and why do you need mine for that matter? The gods guide souls through the cycle of death and rebirth. But Eora is the domain of mortals. We stand aside, weights and counterweights. Were one to alter the tides of Kith, all would follow. We would tip this world from its axis. That is why Woedica directs a mortal to do her bidding, why any who would stop Theos must be mortal as well. What end would it serve to send the souls back into the cycle? Attending to these souls is a question of stability, Watcher, of maintaining the natural order of the world and the ebb and flow of essence. Couldn't they be returned to the Hollowborn? As battered, burdened things, do you mix soured wine with fresh? The kindness you seek lies in giving them a new beginning, not in shackling them to this life. So some of the gods want me to return the souls to, in essence, to feed the world. Some want me to free the souls to, I guess, be reborn again, and other of the gods want me to release the souls to go back into the Hollowborn that they've been stolen from. So even the gods can't agree on the best course of action. Cycles are changeless and monotonous. Surely there's a better alternative. The illusion of revolution, it is merely part of another cycle, and a painful one. True change has structure, geometry. It is the product of cycles within cycles, 1,000 gears spinning and moving the universe by degrees. What's wrong with Woedica seizing this power? The cycle of Kith is a thing of balance. Likewise is the cycle of gods. We rise and fall in the favor of mortals, only to fall and rise again. But Woedica seeks the power to place herself outside this cycle. She would root herself and grow to the detriment of others. The usher silently gestures to the road where a broken tree and a husk of flesh are still visible. If Theos has meddled with these souls, perhaps it would be better to destroy them. The cycle is merciless, but it is not wasteful. Time and the endless procession of rebirths eventually grind souls into dust. But until then, they must pass from the world and return to it. Their continuing movement advances the cycle itself. I think I understand what you're telling me. The usher gestures to the road and the starry expanse beyond while the pallid knight speaks. I only show you the motion of the universe, Watcher. I'll see what that has to do with me. Theos builds a dam to divert water from a stream. The flow of thousands of his souls will shape the world you live in, Watcher. It will also shape the world your soul returns to in its next lives. I must go to Sun and Shadow now.
No mortal can survive the descent into the pit. But there are souls on the burial isle that are pledged to me. I will grant them to you, and they shall bear you down safely, as well as light the way beyond.
A multitude appears at the other end of the road, raising their voices and kicking up dust as they make their way towards you. Return them to the cycle, Watcher. Promise that you will, and I shall give you power befitting a champion of death. The pallid knight raises a finger. Accept my favor, however, and I will demand this decision as your due. I collect from all mortals in time. I would hear what the other gods have to say first. Do not delay long, Watcher. What Theos seeks to do cannot be undone, even by the turning of the wheel. The usher points behind you. When you turn, you find yourself again standing in Terra Evron. Okay. Got some leveling up here. Go for lore. Friendly aura. They're all friendly auras. I kind of want to do the Confused Dominated Charm attack one, defense, because that's starting to become an issue with high level engagements. Okay,
Yes?
so let's look at the chance. Alright. And let's level up the main character. Athletics and survival. Okay, so I got Lay on Hands Paladin ability. Zealous Focus. I think I'll go with Revive. I really don't have a lot of ways to revive people. Then again, I could do Healing Chain. No, I think I have to go with Revive.
Yeah.
Okay, so this should be another quest taken care of. Let's take a look at our quests now. So let's look at our tasks. Songs of the Wild.
Right.
Oh, that's right, I have a quest. "5 years ago, 12 senior monks of the Ixlaki began a silent pilgrimage into Tetlakatan, forbidding hills plagued by severe weather that locals believe are cursed by the gods. The monks were supposed to emerge from their retreat this year, but they have not returned. An expedition of novices into Tetlakatan discovered their camp, but they were shocked to find only hollow-skinned shells of their masters sitting in a circle, frozen in their meditative poses. The inner circle of the Ixlaki theorized that the masters have transcended their previous physical forms and may be wandering the Eastern Reach. They have sent word to the various lords in Red Saris and the Deerwood that the Ixlaki would very much like to be reunited with their masters so their wisdom can be passed on to a new generation. So let's send the withered, or the grieving mother. And let's go to Hearthsong. The only I got 2 of the 3 birds. The third bird is in the Glenfathen home. So I'm going to have to either fight them to take the bird, or I'm going to have to hit a resolve check or something. I tried doing the quest yesterday, but I didn't really want to take the step of having to kill some innocent Glenfathens just because I need their bird to complete a stupid side quest.
It's hard for me to judge distances.
Well, you have the luxury of being able to catch dinner without the need of a bow.
It's been a long week. I do know about fast mode. You could speed it up, makes traveling quicker. But I don't like using fast modes in games. I also don't tend to like using fast travel unless the world gets, ridiculous. But a game like this, you're forced to use the fast travel between the different parts of the map. But a lot of games, I'll try to avoid using the fast travel. Like in, just as an example, Witcher 3, you have all these fast travel signposts. I tend not to use them unless I have to. I would rather take my horse Roach and travel from, the long way. Just more immersive to me. Also part of the reason it takes me so long to play games in comparison to other people's. Just a little quirk. I don't like using fast travel systems unless I'm being forced to. Yeah, exactly. It just kind of, if I start getting impatient with a game, I'll start setting my scruples aside. Like for fast travel and stuff like that. And there was a point in this game where it was kind of dragging around the 55, 56 hour mark. I was getting a little antsy. If I wasn't forced to use the fast travel system, I probably would have started using it at that point. But something like this, I don't mind. It's just, I don't like seeing characters zipping around the screen abnormally fast. It just bugs me. So I don't use fast mode. Okay, so this is the bird. Let's see if I can talk her into letting me have it. Intelligence 14. Somebody has intelligence 14. Let's see. What's his intelligence? I would think it would use the... Yeah, can I just use him to talk to you and use the intelligence option? No, it has to be the main character. Well, I don't like being an asshole, but... Let's threaten to tear her bird down the middle You wouldn't. Her hands cover her mouth to hide a fearful whimper. She looks you up and down, her eyes wide with alarm. Why would you want to kill poor little Beaker? What did he do to you? Her face trembles as her eyes well up. Look, I don't want any trouble. Take the bird and be gone. May your soul rot and leave you hollow. Yeah. All because my main character didn't have an appropriate intelligence score. But I have to complete the quests. Yeah, I heard the DLC, at least the first part of White March, was like 10 to 15 hours. So I would imagine the second would be similar. So I'm looking at probably about 30 more hours approximately a game time. So yeah, that's why what I've been doing. So it might 30 hours might be a reserved estimate. If it's 70% of the main game. What I've been doing is every few days when I need a break from Pillars of Eternity, I'll stream something else. Like I streamed Hollow Knight once last week. I started Hollow Knight. I want to continue playing that. So probably tomorrow when I stream, I think it's going to be a Hollow Knight day. I need to break up the monotony of playing an RPG for over 60 hours. It just, while I enjoy it and I love the game, it's just, at a certain point you hit a point where you're just ready to kind of be done with it. But me breaking it up with Hollow Knight last week kind of revitalized me to go for 100%. Because I could have the game beaten in a few hours. I've pretty much got the last, main story quest. But if you do that, from what I read, then you get locked out of doing all these side quests and tasks, as well as the DLC. So I'd rather just do it as close to 100% as I can. Okay, Deloth was somewhere over here, I think. Where's the guy who wanted to eat the birdies? I hate birds, so I'm inclined to let him eat the birds, because birds are fucking evil. I'm allowed to say that because growing up, my parents had various finches and Quaker parrots and another type of bird that I don't remember the name of the breed. And every single one of them were mean as a snake, take every opportunity to screech and shake the whole cage at night, and just basically make your life a life of misery. So I've learned to hate birds.
Many blessings, traveler.
I spoke with Lindsay. She said eating songbirds is just a superstition. It won't help you sing. Nonsense, Delm shakes his head in disbelief. I know a man who swears by the practice. This has been part of how master chanters refine their craft for ages. Surely a wise woman such as herself would be familiar with the folklore and know that I speak of time-honored truths. Survival 4. Let me ask you this. Do sparrowhawks sing well? Well, they could shriek loudly, but I wouldn't call it melodic. And yet their favorite meal is a songbird. So if your belief is correct, you're saying I should consume a sparrowhawk. Oh, wait. Oh, I see. Delum frowns, his posture slackens. But maybe the sparrowhawk doesn't have a soul, and that's why. He shrugs his face, blushing. You're right, this is silly. I'm just desperate for creative passion, and I'm walking the wrong path to find it. I don't care what you do, just take the birds from me. I hate the birds. Thank you, my friend. I don't need rare songbirds. I just need to find some inspiration from within. He bows to you with a pained smile. If you'll pardon me, I should stop delaying and write a new song. To an almost minor negative. Yeah, it's fine. I'm fine with that. As long as the birds are gone. Let's see. I can level up her. Let's do that. Any other characters that can level up? Nope. So let's see. Let's look at my quest list. Not looking forward to this one. This fight, this zone. Wait, is that the zone? Or yeah, this zone. I stepped in there, and those humans were just stunning me, charming me left and right. I'm gonna have to be more careful with that. Can't do that one until I go to the Barrel Isle, which isn't gonna happen. So let's work on these bounties. Esternwood. Okay, let's go to the Esternwood. You know, I don't use traps often enough. Maybe when I go to Craighold Bluffs, if I put up enough traps, maybe that will help. Just trap the whole thing out the yin-yang. So that anywhere anybody walks, they're walking into a trap. To be honest, I could use the bag space back anyways. And I've got so many traps, it's insane. Because every time you pick a lock in this game, you pick a lock, or not pick a lock, you disarm a trap, boom, you get that trap in your inventory. So I have tons of traps. Okay, so somewhere, oh, graveyard, he's gonna be in the graveyard. Let's save first. Some of these fights can be tough because the bounties are a higher level enemy. Some of them have been kind of ridiculously easy. I like Durance's tie-dye robe. It's a good look for him. Hervey's just got the crap kicked out of him. That's funny.
What?
Hey.
Oh, don't get stuck on him. Just attack him. Okay, time to summon my pet Drake.
Following your lead.
Get on!
And just like that, one bounty done. Well, ready for turning anyways. Let's see, anything good. Final Grimoire goes to him to give to the sorcerer. heavy armor. We'll take a look at it. Okay, so... okay, so Code of Ill Payment versus this one, which I just gave him. Oh, I'm on the wrong character. I was gonna say, that didn't have the specs I was expecting. Okay. I still like the one he's wearing, so this one will just go into the stash. At the edge of all known things completed, Aloth has returned. It took Aloth more than 3 attempts to contact the Glamfelin of the White that Wins without being attacked. When Amaya was finally able to speak with the elders, she wrote down their stories about where the Glamfelin had come from, how they had arrived at the bottom of the world so long ago. Getting across to the sacred Adra sepulchre of the Aedir emperors, the Ein Sikhthrua, involved more than a little trickery. Even though Amaya was only able to speak with the spirits of the dead emperors for a few minutes, it was enough to complete that portion of her research. The wise ones of Erglanfath, the Real, entertained Amaya's requests, but they questioned her for days to ensure that she would not share their sacred secrets, nor portray their people in a bad light. The Rio passed on their stories of the early days of Erglanfath, how they had arrived there, and how they had received their instructions to guard the Ingwithian ruins for all time. Satisfied that her research was complete, Amaya returned to Rattay to pen her final chapters and have them copied by her scribes. Though it will be several years until any complete copies emerge, she gifted Aloth with a condensed codex of her essential work, including a large number of spells that had been enchanted into the last few pages. 1 grand item, 1 major item. Interesting. Wait, that's a pet? That's kind of cool. So it's a pet, but at the same time it grants spells. That's cool. One of my characters got to level up the tank. Let's go athletics. That would be good for him. Let's do that. Okay, so we got... let's loot that. Okay, so where to next? Another bounty. Glasdale in Le Remain. I believe, if my memory serves... Le Remain was the Syrian Falls or Wounded Plains had the entrance. I think it was the Syrian Falls, but let's take a look. It might be the Plains had the entrance. Yeah, it was definitely not this zone. It must have been... could have been Stormwall Gorge as well, but let's check the Woodend Plains first. it's not here either. It must be Stormwall Gorge then. Third time's the charm, right? There it is. Knew it was around here somewhere. Alright, let's save our game. Alright, so which part of Eriguan, or which part of Liao Ramen has them? Let's go here, I guess. Okay, so it's not there. So it's either going to be down here or down the stairs. I don't remember how to get here. This may be the down the stairs portion. I think it is. There's also a path down here, I believe. Let's check this first, and then we'll take the stairs. Enter the tunnel. Yeah, okay. So if they're gonna be here, probably in the room. Okay, so it's not here, which means it has to be down the stairs. Let's see, he has severe burns and damage reduction. He has twisted ankle, because of course he does. I'll rest after the next fight. There they are.
Word conveyed.
Love beyond ceasing.
Too long. I'm slowly dying of poison.
Yes?
Off that wizard wrath. I'll let
Word.
I have them. You're attacking the wrong side! You're attacking the wrong side!
Hate getting my characters trapped in a bad order in a narrow corridor to where most of my melee guys can't hit him. Oh well, he's probably...
I have them!
Oh, he's charmed. Okay, seriously, Kana, stop blocking the path. This will go a lot faster if my paladin's free.
I have them!
Attack! Let's go!
Alright, that's another head to add to my collection. Let's see where the next bounty is located. Songsmith Roska. Outside Cleoban Relag. Okay. Okay, at this point, need to use a... Oh, one of my characters can level up again. Let's camp first. Higher lead payday, 900 copper pand. That's fine. Let's level him up again. Let's do athletics. He needs to be able to be a little more survivable. Let's Spellmaster Twin Stones. Cleoban Relag. There they are.
Let's go.
They got that one. Oh, I was just selected on Durance. Oh yeah, it's Drake time, by the way.
Roak 10!
What the hell was... Holy shit. Well, my tank is down. Oh, that was brutal. It's actually messed up the sound for my game, whatever that was. That was crazy. I haven't seen a spell like that just take out my tank and my main character like it was nothing. Okay, spread out the grimoires a bit. Alright, quest done. Graven Mother traveled and inquired all over the Eastern Reach to track down the missing monks. One by one, the monks came across Graven Mother's path in a variety of forms. Some kith, some beasts, some in unique forms. Having apparently forgotten why they had set out on their meditation, the monks engaged Graven Mother in a protracted series of philosophical conversations. Ultimately, each monk traveled back through the mental labyrinths they had created, triggering a spontaneous realization and subsequent molting back into their original forms. When they had all returned to the monastery, they presented Graven Mother with a chime. Each monk had donated one of the chime's 12 bells to the final instrument. Okay. Grimwall. Copper Lane District Catacombs. Copper Lane District. Actually, I probably need to rest first.
Gods keep you.
Let's do that one. Hello, kitty. You're such a needy kitty. You asked me for one, and I said no, not until you're older and more responsible. Do you remember this conversation? Gordy's eyes are fixed on the ground in front of him. Yes, sir. And yet I find you out here playing with a blade that clearly belongs to the knights. Do you see the problem? I didn't steal it, honest. I traded a secret for it. He points at you. Ask him. Friggin' rat. Snitches get stitches. Remember that, Gordy. Hamar turns to you. Is what my son says true? Yes, it is, honest. He's just a boy, do you understand me? What were you thinking getting him a blade like that? You stay away from him from now on. Come on, Gordy. Come along, Gordy. I won't have you loitering out here all day. Hey. How about your kid take some responsibility for his own actions? Wait a second, I can't get to the... Oh, catacombs are over here. I was wondering why I couldn't get into the door to the catacombs. I wasn't at the right location. I'm betting they're gonna be down here. Oh, I left something behind. Not bad. It's been ages since I was here, but apparently the loot is permanent. Or so close as to make no never mind. See, I got hand gloves. Uh... There they are.
Where they Answer.
Okay. Yeah, here we go. Pillar everybody.
Just get quiet.
Big shock, Durance is dead as always.
Dead on!
Stand.
So just the main guy left.
The enemy is over that way.
Where'd it go?
No!
Yeah.
Well, I did get him. Oh, I forgot to actually click on the screen to take me there. Probably gonna turn these bounties in and then call the stream. I'm just exhausted from work and lack of sleep I've been getting lately, and it's been catching up to me some. So probably gonna be a shorter stream, at least tonight. Tomorrow I have off, so I should be able to get some good stream time in. Let's go to Caed Nua, turn in our bounties, loot our stash / chest. That gets gifted to me various things since I've built up the stronghold. Long loading screen, usually it's just the very first one that's long.
Last thing the deer.
Hail and well met.
Darth Grimwald won't be a problem anymore. Well done. You've outdone the Ducal Palace. Mind you, that's not terribly difficult. Anyways, here's your pay. Some good experience from doing these. I brought the head of Glosdale. One nasty troll's head for a nasty little alchemist. I'll let him know the job's done. In the meantime, here's your bounty. I'm here for the bounty on Rosca. You may have averted another War of the Black Trees, huh? Here's the coin they were offering. Okay. For the last 2 years, sailors of the Grace of Siamana have seen a pair of lights dancing over the waves late at night. Those who have come close have reported hearing 2 women's songs singing a song of unparalleled beauty. Some believe they are the souls of Alessa and Petal and Pelan, ill-fated lovers from a century ago who were cast out of Vincennes by a mob and driven from the cliffs to their death. Vincennes' Duchess condemned the mob's actions, but the unsympathetic Sangreta Ducala did little to punish the offenders. Since the rumors about the light have spread, romantic valiants have gone to the cliffs or even rowed small boats out from the shore at night to catch a glimpse of the spirits. And since his new duke is doing his best to curb the behavior, but he believes the only true remedy will be putting their spirits to rest. No small talk, given when and where they appear.
Welcome!
I've got Thorfinn's head. Seems like crossing the Knights tends to lead to a bad end. They pay well enough anyways. Here you are. What are the most recent bounties? He browses through a stack of parchment. Claimed. Ah, here we are. Let me see. There's some ranger causing trouble out in the wilds. Then there's Galen Dalgard, slaver, not exactly popular around here. Then there's some kind of cult, looks like. And here's one I haven't seen in a while. Captain Marami, the pirate. I'll go after the ranger. The ranger Fomina has been waging a one-woman campaign of terror against travelers passing through the woodland plains. Survivors report that she feeds her victims to the pack of wild animals that travel with her. A lot of folks would be glad to hear she's been dealt with. Tell me about the Gillen Dalgard, sorry. The words are starting to blur. I'm getting that tired. Been up since 3-ish? This one's got teeth. Galen Dalgard, the slaver. He and his friends have been spotted at Madmare Bridge. None of the local authorities are willing to touch him because he's got powerful connections back into the Aedair. But some nameless soul is willing to put coin down to see Galen breathes his last, so it's personal. What's this about a cult? I'm not sure what to make of this one. Something about a murderous cult of druids led by Memquar. The creature goes by Devwin, and it looks like she and her followers have set up a cave in the Northweald. Captain Marami mainly goes after valiant vessels, and his crew just made landfall at Ansalog's compass. I'm not sure how long he's planning on staying, but this is your chance to take him down before he sets sail again. So many bounties. 4 more, I think?
Last thing the deer would need.
Okay, they're almost here. Oh. Oh. The kitty is laying on top of the puppy. Partially. And the puppy's in here. Too. What a sweetheart. Sweet kitty, sweet puppy. Okay, let's look at the belt. Let's give him the pet. Okay, so let's make sure there was nothing else. Oh yeah, belt. Some of my guys don't even have belts. Which one? What does this give? Minor grants knockdown. Let's give that to him. Let's go out of here and put Aloth in our group and burn through these grimoires for spell learnings for him.
Last thing the Deerwood needs is another foreign colony.
What was I gonna do? Oh, put Aloth in my group.
Farewell.
Any more grimoires? Nope. Nothing can be bought from that one. Oh, plenty here. Oh yeah, all these grimoires I've been saving, it's really paying off. Because I'm able to learn so many more spells now. Yeah, okay, last one. We will now return to our regular scheduled program. Let's go ahead and rest. 2 athletics, 3 constitution. I like that one. let's save our game, and I'm going to wrap the stream up a little early today. Only going to be about a 2-hour stream instead of my usual 2.5 to 3. Just too tired. It's getting too hard to stay awake. So we're going to call it a stream here. And I will be streaming at some point tomorrow during the day. Tomorrow's my optional day, Friday. But I will definitely be streaming tomorrow, so... Probably not Pillars of Eternity, though. Probably going to be Hollow Knight. Maybe something else. We'll see. So, I'm going to head out. Thanks again, Tipsy, for the auto-host, and everybody that came from Tipsy Streams. I appreciate you joining me today. And y'all have a good evening. Ponza Eric out.